Well, the EU leaders, as you know, they're in Brussels for their second day, talking about how to go forward without the UK because of their vote to leave the European Union. But they've had side effects to both there and here because of this decision. And Dr. Bart Rossi, he's in our studio this morning to talk about the impact of this vote of Brexit over in Europe and here on our presidential race. It has been quite a shocking couple of days for a lot of people. Your take on Brexit?
Well, let's start with individual people. We all make mistakes, okay? We all say things, we act on emotion, we're angry, we're frustrated, we're agitated. And then later on we say, well, what did I do? Maybe I made a mistake. In this case, it's a whole nation. I mean, 52% of the people, I think, are kind of wondering, what did they really do? I mean, economically, it doesn't look too good. I don't think they thought through all of the financial factors. And I mean, what happens if J.P. Morgan and Jamie Dimon want to leave the country? They take 10 or 12,000 jobs, and you know, all the other banks leave, and we have all kinds of unemployment. I mean, I don't think they thought of the consequences. It's like an unintentional consequence, you know.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of second guessing now in terms of what they did, just like we would have when we made a mistake on our own.
It seemed like both sides were genuinely surprised by the result.
I think a lot of people didn't think that this would happen. And you know, psychologists talk about groupthink, where you get somebody or some small group and they keep pushing an idea, independence in this case. You know, they didn't like the immigration issue. They kept talking about it, and people were frustrated and angry. And then it grew to a large number of people. So groupthink resulted in this decision-making, which is now highly questionable.
And one of the first reactions a lot of people had was it has an impact, a meaning for our presidential race. Does it?
Well, I think it's kind of interesting because I think there's some positives on both sides. I mean, Trump could obviously say, look, the country went more of an individual way. They're trying to be their own boss. They're trying to take control of their country. They're taking back their country, as they say. So it's some good news for Trump. But on the other hand, Hillary's basically saying, look, we need a steady leader. We need somebody who's smart, experienced, and we don't want to have this economic freefall for us. So there's some positives for her, too.
What about the American voter? How are they looking at it? How maybe should we look at this decision?
Well, I think the two camps, the Hillary camp and the Trump camp, probably, you know, the base is there, you know, and this is pitching to the base. But I think what's going to happen, though, is where is this going over the next few weeks or a couple months? Because if there's turmoil and continued turmoil in Great Britain, it might lean in favor of Hillary Clinton because she presents unity and a coalition of nations, and Donald Trump, of course, is out there by himself pitching that we should be more independent and we should be tough and we need different trade deals. So a little bit of a mix there.
It goes both ways. Well, we'll have to watch and talk to you more about what happens during this race with that. And we've got the convention's only a few weeks away,
right.
So lots to gear up for, Dr. Rossi.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll all be talking about this at the convention.
Oh, yeah, that and more.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in this morning. Wake News will be right back.